Welcome to Two Titans and a Hunter, a Destiny 2 podcast.
A show where we discuss tips, tricks, and tools to help all Guardians succeed and enjoy playing more.
What makes us different? Well, for starters, we're not streamers or YouTubers. We just have a passion for Destiny and are dedicated to keeping Guardians informed and up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 info, news, and opinions.
We encourage your questions and feedback. You can contact us either by email at twotitansandahunter@hotmail.com or on Twitter at twotitans_hunter.
Now, on with the show.
The things we do for love. Apparently, GDC was talking smack about me last night, like it matters to me.
Because, see, this is the thing. You can talk smack about him all you want. He will never hear it. So it's a perfect crime. And even better, he'll forget about it, just like I would in the next week. So it's
And even
crime.
better, I don't care what those lesser than me have to say about me, you know? I care not what the peasants say about the prince.
Yeah, or the king.
Or the king.
I joined the GDC voice chat for when they were doing their scrims. I believe it was Wednesday night. They said on their show they do it Monday, but it was a Wednesday night. I had to double check my Wednesdays, but it was definitely a Wednesday. Anyway, I joined their scrim chat. Yeah, and I was listening to the way that they were playing, and it was all good fun. And I think it was Hazel, mentioned that you are doing a 1v1 this Monday coming up. And I said,
I think it is.
Somebody better remind him because he's probably forgotten by now. So I said, I'd remind him.
I told
today.
them to remind me, and
so I'm reminding you today.
They made me sign up for the .io 100 thing. That's going to remind me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to need to listen back to their past couple of episodes because they've been talking smack about you for a good couple of weeks.
I don't care if they're talking smack about me. So hold on. Let me understand this. You want me to reward their smack talking by going back and giving them download numbers?
Yeah. That's
you
how
want me to reward?
That's how teamwork works.
What could be seemingly construed as bad behavior by giving them what they want.
Admittedly, it is kind of bad behavior. You don't talk smack about them on our show, do you?
Huh?
You don't even know who they are on our show.
Well, I mean, not the show. I know the people. I just don't always remember what show what people belong to.
So what response?
Yes, I know Gator is GDC.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, see? There you go.
And Hazel, both of them.
And Hazel, yeah.
And
they would both.
And they would absolutely never want you to go to GuardianDowncast.com and listen to their show where they can talk all the smack about Respawn all day, every day.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least once a week.
And they will. And you know what? Even if they do manage to beat me, which, I mean, everybody's seen me play PvP. I'm not exactly the best, but I'm not bad, right? Even if they manage to beat me, the fact that they had to hype themselves up and talk all this smack against somebody that could care less, honestly, kind of shows a lot about their character, don't you think? Like, here I am, I'm just waiting for the day. Hell, I can't remember the day half the damn time. And it's like, oh, the day's coming. I guess I'll go ahead and do this. Win, lose, or draw, I don't care. I was only doing this for fun because some of our guys had them as number one. And that's all that really matters to me, is just, doing it for fun.
Oh, it's a battle for pride. Oh, okay. Yeah. So don't get our numbers up. Don't get our numbers up.
Because even if they beat me, I'm not going to get upset. Right?
I think
what I should do is I should play trials before I play them and get in respawn mode, and that way I'll be good at PvP.
I think they're going to beat you. I think both of them are going to beat you.
They might. Who knows?
No, not they might. I think they both will beat you.
Point is, I don't care. Even if they do,
going to be a fruitless
I didn't waste my time or energy talking smack about these guys because I'm better than them. Even if not better at PvP, it would seem I am a better person overall, because I don't need to smack talk my opponent. Take it to the field. Let's do it.
Talking about doing it, should we start the show?
I've been starting the show. Everybody's been talking to me for a minute.
Yeah, but that's on your stream. And where do people go to find your stream?
Twitch.
Oh God.
I don't know. Where do they go to find my stream, Nitedemon? Because that's a loaded question, because there could be a lot of answers to that. Are you insinuating that I should plug our Two Titans and a Hunter podcast here? Was that your
No,
insinuation?
no, he's really giving you a chance, like, to tell people because you say that you stream, but then never tell them how to find your stream. So he's
Oh,
giving you a
Twitch.
chance to be like, if you
It's
want
no
to
one
watch
respawns in
Respawn.
real life. Twitch.tv hashtag something. I don't know. Look, no one respawns in real life, all spelled out on Twitch. However you look for people. I just make the internet. I have yet to learn how to utilize it. Right?
Good. Well done there.
Mm, mm,
Superb.
The best of the best from the best. I'm gonna die Monday. It's fine.
You are going to die Monday. Over and over. Unless it's just like a limb. Or is it a rumble? Is it a rumble match you're playing?
It's gonna be a 1v1. So I don't know. Oh, I'm not 2v1ing them at the same. I'm not 1v2ing them. No.
No.
It's a 1v1 followed by
In
another
Rumble.
1v1.
That's what I'm saying. What are the game parameters? Have you even set that out?
Yeah, what game mode are you playing? Is it Team
I mean,
Scorched?
I would
in Team Scorched, yeah.
I would assume it's Rumble because that's what a gentleman would play. But I don't get to pick. I made the challenge. They set the time and the setting.
So Mayhem or Momentum Control
Yeah.
or
They will absolutely
Team
choose
Scorched.
something that's to my disadvantage. But I mean, it is what
Everything's to your disadvantage in PvP.
Probably.
Nutcase.
You're not wrong.
So yeah, you can go and find Hunter Master Rager streaming on twitch.tv / no one respawns in real life, as far as I'm aware.
As far as all of us are aware, really.
Look, guys, look at this. 36 enhancement prisms.
I say go to his socials and find him, but he doesn't have any, so you can't.
He's very unsocial.
I do have them, but my social media you don't want to be a part of unless you get really cool with a bunch of things real fast.
You don't have any social media. Don't lie to the people.
I do.
No.
However,
I don't use
myself
Twitter at all.
and Peroty
Flat
on
out.
social, so you can reach out to us. So I am Nitedemon. Welcome to the show. And to my left,
welcome to the show.
Is Respawn, and to my right is Peroty, as always.
Peroty.
Always.
Hi, Peroty. How you doing?
Every single week.
Hello.
Have you been hanging out?
I'm good. I'm here.
And as we have a TWAB this week, it's still officially a Destiny week that we can talk some Destiny stuff.
Yeah, the last TWAB of the season, the final F5 of the year.
Indeed.
So,
what is happening next week in Destiny?
That's a great question. I have no idea.
You can enjoy bonus rings and Gambit all week long.
All right.
If you,
Gambit!
want to play Gambit, you can go play more Gambit. You can defeat the champions of Keitel in the Proving Grounds Nightfall Strike. And light up when Team Scorched returns to the Crucible. So if your 1v1 is on Tuesday or Wednesday, it might be Team Scorched. I like it.
I'm guessing we're still going to have trials at the weekend, so Christmas trials.
Yeah, Christmas trials. Everybody gets hats.
Yep.
Oh, please let there be snowball trials. Please, Bungie, can there just be like can like the final death match be like just purely snowballs? Like this should be a thing that happens. Please let this happen.
Depends on your upgrades. If you've unlocked all your upgrades, it'll be better for you.
No, I think actually if you unlock all the upgrades, it should be worse. It should give you no snowballs and be like, no, I'm sorry, you tried too hard. That's where you went wrong.
Yeah.
Welcome to Filthy Casual Trials. Snowballs for nothing. I want it, Bungie. This should happen. Yeah, trials apparently on this weekend too on Bannerfall, but no. Saint 14 ruthlessly did not refresh his loot pool and give me a chance to get a summoner. So no, we're not front right now.
Is the solo playlist up this week?
That's a great question. I do not know. I don't think so because I think they said that was part of the
game, aren't you?
The trials.
I'm in the game. Yeah.
Labs.
Have a look at the Trials Labs. Is it Trials Labs solo playlist available this week? Because they did say it would be available, didn't they? Once more over Christmas. I thought it was this weekend, but I could have been wrong.
I mean, we just had it the week before Iron Banner.
I'm looking at Trials of Osiris. Where am I looking?
If there's a separate node to the top right.
Yeah. Is
like
there a
the Iron
freelance
Banner.
node? Okay.
No, it's just Trials and then the Lighthouse.
Okay. Yeah, I thought they said it was, I mean, because we just had Trials Labs with the solo playlist and then Iron Banner. I knew they said they'd do it again, but not immediately after, I assumed. Nope, just regular Bannerfall trials this week.
Bannerfall
Sad face emoji.
trials.
So, are there any hot armor exotics that have come up in the meta since we've had our 30th anniversary update that you guys have noticed?
Say again?
Anything?
Hot exotics.
Yeah, hot armor exotics. Are there any hot armor exotics that have come up in the meta since
I
we've had our
mean,
30th
I would
anniversary
say yes,
update?
considering how some are so hot they've been disabled.
Okay. Excluding the one that's been disabled, which we did recommend at some point before the 30th anniversary dropped.
Right?
Are there any others that you can kind of point people in the direction of at this point in time?
No, because that would have involved like playing the game more than a little bit this week, and
Well,
I'm
I
sure
mean,
things have
are you talking
happened.
about
I
like
just don't
Hunter
know what they are.
specific? Because I mean, you have the Aether's Embrace, which is always good if you like the bottom tree. If you like the rock bottom tree, right?
Look, to be honest, I
there's
was just trying to get at least one or two exotics out of either one of you so that I could then go into the lost sectors for this week. But you've kind of completely ruined that, so I'm just going to the lost sectors for this week.
well, I'm answering the question. Wow, and then I'm
for
finally
competence.
answering the
That's where you
question,
went
and then
wrong.
you
I was
interrupt
trying
me
to
and
look for
stop
some kind
me
of.
while trying to answer the question. You
Look.
rude little son biscuit. No, it's fine. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't like you.
Go on then, mute yourself.
No,
Being
no.
off the rest of the show.
No, I don't want to talk to you, but you're gonna have to hear me. Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Nah. What?
Lost sectors.
Ta-da!
Hello!
Monday, the 20th of December, we have the Concealed Void on Europa, giving your legs. So it's your exotic legs. And don't forget, these are the legendary lost sectors. So once they are the legendary on one day, they will move to the master lost sectors, which are a lot harder, but you get more of a guaranteed drop or a higher chance at them to drop in the master lost sectors. A slim chance to kind of get these exotics to drop in the legendaries. And PV Shifty has guides for you all week apart from Thursday this week. So Tuesday the 21st will be Bunker E15 on Europa, giving you your exotic arms. Wednesday the 22nd of December will be Perdition on Europa, giving your chess pieces. Thursday the 23rd of December will be Bay of Drowning Wishes on the Dreaming City, and that's Abbey Hour, with your helmets. Friday the 24th will be Chamber of Starlights on the Dreaming City, giving you your exotic legs. And this is where we kind of run into a bit of an issue, because the Beyond Light Lost Sector guide that has been updated has only been updated as far as the 24th. But if we continue with the rotation, which should do until kind of we get to the Witch Queen, theoretically, on Christmas Day, we should have Aphelios Rest on the Dreaming City, giving you your arms. Sunday, the 26th, will be the Empty Tank Tangled Shore Lost Sector, giving you your chess pieces. And then finally, back round to Monday, the 27th, would be the K1 Logistics on the Moon, giving you your exotic helmets. Now, this is going to be a perfect week for anybody that is trying to do one of the triumphs that you have to do, the Master Lost Sectors on all the different locations. So this week, you currently have Europa, Dreaming City, Tangled Shore, and then the Moon towards the end. So that'd be a good one to kind of do one every couple of days to get that knocked out. So beginning of the week, you've got Europa. Middle of the week, you've got Dreaming City. Then you've got your Tangled Shore, which, remember, on the Sunday is the Legendary. So on the Monday reset will be the Master Lost Sector. And then on Tuesday reset, the Moon one will become the Master, so that you can knock them all out. There you go. Triumph's done.
And if you're like 19 man, you're trying to finish up all the things in the game before Forsaken goes away in February, keep an eye on those Tangled Troll Lost sectors, because it leaves. It goes into the vault when the Witch Queen gets here.
Yes, there is I believe there's a triumph to do a Master Tangled Shore Lost Sector, and also one without dying. So there's two separate ones. So if you can do the Master one without dying, you get a triumph, and if you can do it with dying, there's a triumph for that as well.
Very good at dying. That's really where I excel in this game.
Just dying.
Yeah.
Failing over and over again. Using and abusing my ghost.
I mean, ghosts got to keep a job, right?
Mhm.
Don't forget, you still have lots of challenges to do if you haven't done those for this extended season. Don't forget, if you do 75 of those, that will give you a large pile of bright dust for the I can't remember the name of the triumph now. The Master of All, which is completing the 75 seasonal challenges during Season of the Lost. It's a large pile of bright dust. I'm edging my way there slowly. I'm too busy with all the new content to go back and play what happened in the last couple of months, but I'll get there at some point.
That's what you think, because they give us an entirely new event that drops every single week for the last 3 weeks.
They do. And don't forget, you can get some free bright dust from just visiting the Eververse store on the front page, down in the bottom right-hand corner each week. If you, I believe, is this for everyone? I think this was for everyone, wasn't it? We clarified this last week, but I've now forgotten.
Yeah, 700 free bright dust. Just go pick it up every week.
Every week. And you can
between now and
use
Witch Queen
your bright dust in the Eververse store. So let's talk about our Eververse for next week.
What thing can you buy and then show off in Dares of Eternity?
Well, next week is week, I believe it's week 3 of the new Eververse calendar. So we have the ice carving exotic emote, which will be for 1,000 silver. We have a very frosty looking sparrow called the Icicle Rush. That's your exotic sparrow. Again, that's 800 silver. We have the Cheer Spreader exotic weapon ornament for the Risk Runner, which will be 700 silver. And then we have a wrapped up, gift wrapped shell, exotic ghost shell for 600 silver. And then for our bright dust, we have the Ugg Spun shell. So this is a ghost shell with a very ugly jumper on it for 2,850 bright dust. We have the Snow Bunny legendary emote. That's going to be interesting. That sounds like it's a new one. 700 bright dust. We have the Sweet Entrance Transmatter effect. That for 450 bright dust. The Shark Bite legendary shader for 300 bright dust. Baking Cookies, which was a exotic emote that we got, I believe that was last year, wasn't it? Baking some cookies, taking them out the oven. 3,250 bright dust. The Struggling Skater, where you're slipping over all the time. Legendary emote for 700 bright dust. The Winter Lotus exotic ghost shell for 2,850 bright dust. Peroty's favourite exotic sparrow, the polar bear, the polar vortex, will be 2,500 bright dust.
Isn't that the fastest sparrow?
No, we clarified that last week.
And it is the biggest sparrow. So it is the biggest sparrow. So once it gets up to speed, it might be the fastest, like Bowser in Mario Kart, but no.
We have the Sleepless Flight exotic ship for 2,000 bright dust. The weapon ornament, the Compliance for the Anarchy for 1,250 bright dust. And the Snowfolk projection for your Ghost for 1,500 bright dust. Now, the one that I was interested in looking out for, which is going to be the week after, is the Lost Engine. Have you guys seen this? It's a steam train sparrow.
Well,
it looks amazing. That's going to be available the following week on the 28th of December for 2,500 bright dust. The Saviour's bright dust. I'm wondering if it's actually going to be pumping out steam as you're traveling along. That's going to be interesting. It's got it looks like the Polar Express, basically.
I mean, it sure looks like it.
PvP just constantly gives away your position.
Or you can send the train in one direction and you go the other direction. It can be like the hologram in Halo. The train goes one way. And
Not entirely sure that's how that works.
No, it's totally how that works.
So the silver items that are this week, which I went over, which is the ice carving, the icicle rush, the cheer spreader, and the gift wrap shell, look like they're going to be available the following week for bright dust if you want to save your silver. So they'll be all available next week. Not next week, the week after. Sorry, they'll all be available the week after, on the 28th. And if you missed out on I think it's the muffled shell, which is featured this week for bright dust, which is 2,850 bright dust. That will then come back up for silver the following week on the 28th for 600 silver. So don't miss out. That's what I'm saying.
There's also this cross EDZ Symphony Sparrow that has like Christmas lights on it and what looks like a little penguin on the front. Their art game is just incredible. Like, I have to struggle and go, I don't need to collect every last one of these, but the stuff they
But
make
you
is
want to.
just
It's good.
yeah, it's just
You know?
beautiful. Like I wish I had more of a reason to do it, or that I swap sparrows more than like once every 6 months. But they're beautiful. That train is really something.
Look, just stick to the idea that I stick to. Anything that's got the symbols for the events are the things that only come up every
Oh,
year.
yeah.
So try and use your bright dust on those things. And anything that isn't, that is just kind of for whichever season it is, you should be able to get through just playing the game. Even if you get it later on, through the Eververse engrams that you get. Save your bright dust for those things that were only for the events, basically.
Yep. They'll come up or they won't come up, and then you'll forget they exist and can move on in life.
There'll be new stuff for you to love.
Always new stuff.
Always new stuff.
For you to love, for you to hate, for you to not have any kind of relationship at all with. You know how it is.
Yeah. And speaking of new stuff, Bungie gave us a bunch of new stuff in the form of a new patch where they fixed a number of things.
They did.
Because there were a number of things to fix.
What's this patch 3.4.01, is it?
Yeah, 3401. So now the Trials is back. They fixed an issue where people who had gone flawless were not actually being put in the flawless pool. So maybe they'll be there now if they actually have, gone and gotten their flawless. Now I wonder if that fixes the, hey, I went flawless but just didn't visit the lighthouse workaround that people were using.
So
that's how I read that. Hopefully that'll be the case. Maybe. Sorry, flawless people. You're good. Go be good.
Sorry, Lucky 10p.
Leave the scraps for the rest of us. If you've been running the dungeon, there's a number of fixes in the Grasp of Avarice dungeon, where the Grisprax's faction icon would not appear. That's working now. They fixed the reward lockout, so each encounter can now be looted for rerolls an unlimited amount of times per week, as God intended. New items from the loot pool and power are gated at 1 per week per class. So go loot your dungeons. It's fixed now. You can loot until your heart's content. They fixed the activity crash and sunken lair encounter when killing servitors, so you shouldn't have to care what order you kill them in now. It prevented bad breadcrumbing, causing players to get stuck in the crystal pit after dropping from the loot cave.
Bad breadcrumb? Is that an error code?
Bad breadcrumbing. I'm not entirely sure what breadcrumbing is, but apparently it was bad, and it was having people get stuck in the crystal pit. Players can no longer continue to generate cursed engrams during DPS. They fixed an issue where the servitor bombs sometimes disappear without explosion visual effects when the timer runs out. They fixed a falsely advertised weekly challenge pinnacle reward displayed when switching between classes and creating new characters. They fixed an issue where the ogre did not spawn in the loot cave encounters. I'm sorry, the ogre did not despawn in the loot cave encounter. So the ogre would just be there, hanging out, drinking coffee, waiting for you, watching his hand twitch. They fixed your teammates not being able to be revived if killed by a trap on the starting platform in the Sparrow section. And they updated pathfinding to prevent cursed engrams dropping by the Reaver Vandal from falling into a pit. Goodbye.
Wow.
Goodbye, engrams. So yeah, pile of fixes in the dungeon. If any of those have plagued you, you should be able to go and enjoy it now and find the new set of bugs. Dares of Eternity had a couple of fixes. The aspect of Crota would sometimes not ramp up in line with the team buff counter, and the Vex craniums could damage other players because the Vex do what they want. So those are both theoretically fixed. Poor strikes. So we'll do the Scarlet Keep real quickly because they fixed an issue where the crystals continue. The strike was permanently invincible if players got to the wizard at the first stop of the elevator and killed it before the crystal could spawn, so you could then never finish the strike. And poor dear sweet Lake of Shadows. To bring the boss encounter more in line with other strikes in our modern sandbox gameplay, Grask's health has been increased by 34% to a total of 134% of the previous value. He might last at least a minute or two against most fire teams.
Not even a minute
against old Galley.
Not even a minute.
No. So this was tested out after this patch went live. Still not. So.
They what they do now is they drop Witherhoard at his feet and then use swords against him. Yeah.
The poor guy. They also fixed an issue if a player destroyed the second and third blights before the first one, a number of combatants wouldn't spawn. In addition to their normal behavior, they also spawn if you attempt to move up the alley, regardless of the status of the blights. Poor Grass. He's never going to be At some point, they're just going to spawn Graskin and then spawn like a giant Vex on top of him. And, that'll be your new boss.
They're just going to give him like iframes, like permanent iframes.
A couple of gameplay tweaks for weapons. They added guaranteed drops of Dreaming City weapons from completing the Blind Well event. So if you're hunting anything on the Dreaming City, go do some Blind Well. They fixed an issue with the Wish Ender Bow exotic that blocked the ornament application is gone now. So you can now put your exotic ornaments back on your Wish Ender Bow. It should have a slot, or it didn't before. In abilities, your Hunter's Marksman and Gambler dodges now break projectile tracking in PvP modes. So the thing they said they were going to do, they've done it. They fixed an issue where stasis crystals were damaging themselves while spawning. Fixed issues with the magnetic influx grenades were deleting themselves upon impacting allies, now attached to allies on impact, giving the Telesto just another way to become more powerful.
Did you see the part where Telesto was getting Wolfpack rounds, or did you already say that and I just blanked?
Nope.
Okay.
They fixed an issue where the uncharged melee attacks were being suppressed a minute for 1.5 seconds after the Winter's Wrath super ended. They increased the area of the Cold Snap grenade to find its initial target from 10 meters to 20 meters, and fixed issues where the Penumbral Blast was not reliably creating Ice Flare bolts if the impact or detonation damage killed the target outright. And Bounties and Pursuits, they changed the champion kill objective of the Stasis Fragment quest for Umbral Flames to require champion kills as a Stasis subclass, rather than champion kills with the Stasis element, and players who discarded the Xenology quest per character will once again be able to reacquire it from Xur. And that's the quest he gives you to get a new chance into the exotic every week. I can't remember what that thing is called. You hand him and he gives you a second exotic randomly. But now you can make that back up. A couple of reward fixes causing players were able to claim the Resplendent reward package from Xur multiple times across multiple characters. Players who own the 30th anniversary pack will now earn the Resplendent reward package the first time they complete the Daring Go to Spoils. Complete to the Daring Go the Spoils, and the package can't be claimed from Xur prior to, earning the thing and doing the quest. Players who purchase the 30th anniversary pack after completing the on-ramp can obtain the package from Xur in eternity. And if you did not, people like Respawn who didn't have their sweet Titan Streetwear bundle can now reclaim the class-specific streetwear bundles if they go to the Postmaster. If they get sent to the Postmaster where they can potentially be deleted when the Postmaster becomes full, these packages can now be reclaimed from Xur in eternity if the Resplendent reward package has been claimed, but the streetwear package is not in the player's inventory. So basically, go back to Xur, he should give you your streetwear bundle. You may be missing because it got shot out of your inventory because it gave you all three at once.
Yep, I now have Titan Streetwear bundle. Although
you made a Titan very happy, Bungie. He was very upset about that. So you can talk about it on the show last week.
What Titan is happy?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, just carry on talking. Fine.
No. No, I need to know.
The Titan that received the Vex Mythic class.
Yeah. The
Titan that
received
received
the
class
last week. Yeah, that one. We're all just gonna keep talking over each other.
I mean, it's fine. It's whatever. It's okay. Cool.
And Xur's going to talk over you because players can now reclaim the strange key from Xur in eternity if they dismantled it before using it to be as part of the Magnum Opus quest. The strange key can now be reclaimed by players who have already obtained it naturally and dismantled it as long as they have the appropriate step of the quest. And they fixed an issue allowing players to earn rewards from the free chest in Xur's treasure hoard without a treasure key. So no more free loot, but you can also now get the loot you were meant to get if you deleted the thing because you're a silly, silly person.
How come nobody in the chat told me about free loot? I want free loot!
Because they didn't. You're not in the right chats. You're not listening to the right people.
Unloved. I see.
They fixed a bug in text chat where multiple clan messages could be received all at once after re-enabling text chat. And your Forsaken Ciphers. Exchanging your Forsaken Ciphers to Ascendant Charge on the Momentum of Lost Lights is now only available after players have already acquired Dungeon Forsaken Exotics. The mode of Lost Light also displays a waypoint for players if they have Forsaken Ciphers to pick up, reminding you the thing exists at all. And you're exchanging your Forsaken Ciphers for Ascendant Charge now has 4-second purchase timer to prevent accidental purchases. Buyer's remorse in my holiday season? It's more likely than you think. And that was the long list of patch notes. But yeah, basically big dungeon fixes. hopefully flawless players will now be flawless. You can put pretty beautiful ornaments back on your wish ender, and a hodgepodge of other stuff.
Hodgepodging. I love hodgepodge. It's a fun word to say. Say it with me. Hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge?
Hodgepodge.
Hodgery-podgery?
Hodgepodge. Hodge.
And now we've got this week of Bungie for the 16th of December.
We have.
Where I assume something happened in there. I don't know. It seems like a quiet week.
It is kind of a quiet week, isn't it? I mean, they go over their CEO, Pete Parsons, responding to the content that we kind of quickly covered last week with the article that he put out. So if you want to read that, that was in the show notes last week. But as we celebrate the 30th year of creating worlds that inspire friendship, it's also important to recognise our own mistakes. Any good we've done can't be leveraged to explain away or justify the people who are hurt by inaction. We will learn from our past, not brushing it aside. We have to do better. Thank you to all the brave individuals who helped shed light on these instances of mistreatment. Since the publishing of the IGN article, we have heard additional stories of poor experiences at Bungie. We intend to investigate all future incidents should new information come to light. Thank you for your support over the past 30 years. Here's to 30 more years.
I saw that Mylan Games was one of the people that sort of talked a little bit about his experience and put out a video this week, sort of with his, again, working with the narrative team. So if you're interested, it's there to go listen to. We're not going to dwell on it. We're going to move to our mental health. Someone's mental health.
Mental health. I haven't seen that in about 37 years.
Respawn, if you're looking for mental health, does Bungie have any resources for you? Can they point you in the direction of? I mean, I'm not saying they'll find your mental, but if you're,
I'm not an employee. I can't go do this.
Does this include battered husbands as well?
You a battered husband? Is this your call for help, demon?
It could be.
Help! I can't watch Spider-Man. My wife beats on me.
So cue the sad music,
Right. Yeah, actually, give them the link though, like for real, before we get in trouble.
Bungie.net/mental health. So Drew Tucker who's a lead from their player support team and accessibility at Bungie Inclusion Club, they put together basically just a resource for people looking for mental health services. So Bungie.net/mental health will bring you to a page where if you're looking for, need a phone line to call, need someone, you're thinking about hurting yourself, just dealing with bullying, cyberbullying, anxiety, depression, self-harm, they've got resources here, whether you're in the US, out of the US. They list crisis hotlines in a number of different countries, number of different places. So if you're looking for someone to call, chat lines in different spots, if you're having problems, especially during the holiday season, because that can be really rough for a lot of people for a whole host of reasons, there's a huge list of resources here. So please reach out if you're having problems. Bungie's trying to, give you a spot to go to find these places, because there's places out there that are people that want to help you and want to talk. God knows the last 2 years, my wife is a therapist, and everyone is looking for services right now. Everyone's looking for services because we've all dealt with the last 2 years of a global pandemic, and in addition to everything else going on in life. So please, reach out, Bungie.net/mental health. We are Respawn's mental health therapy every week.
We are.
Whether we want to or not, that's our role.
I mean, you invited me. Yeah. It'd be rude not to take advantage. Oh, wait, is that the opposite?
Probably.
Yeah, one or the other.
It's a 50-50 shot.
So the Dawning went live this week, guys. And if you missed our Dawning information show, that was last week, told you all the stuff that you needed to know ahead of the time, including, if you looked in our show notes, there were some guides from previous Dawnings which were still relevant up until a certain point in this week. There was the farming that you could do for different ingredients in the Shattered Throne, and Cheese apparently found an extra glitch this week which has now been patched to do with the Dawning Essence. but you can still go in there and use the farming method to get some of the materials to bake these cookies. Also, this week the database updated, and there are several triumphs that you can earn, and they are pretty basic. There's 2 really long ones that will take, I guess, 3 weeks if you're kind of just doing it off and on. But just to give you a quick overview of those, you have the Cookie Delivery Vanguard, so you have to give a cookie to Ikora Ray and Commander Zavala. There's Cookie Delivery Support, which is Amanda Holiday, Failsafe, Devon Kay, Shawhan, and Soraya Hawthorne. Then you have Competitive, which is Saint 14 and Lord Shax. The Crafty one, which is 1, Badgie 44, Eva Levante, Tess Everest, and Zer. And Cookie Delivery Reef is the Crow, Marasav, Petravenge, and Varix. And then Cookie Delivery Darkness, which is the Drifter, Eris Morn, and Exo Stranger. And it's just 1 cookie per person. That's it. You do all that, and that will give you everyone gets a cookie. And that is deliver 21 cookies to all the vendors, and you've done that one. Then there is the Dawning Hailstorm, which is defeat combatants with snowballs during the dawning. Now, I think I've worked this out. The first, because it's in different tiers, so I think it goes. I think it was like 250, which was the first tier. So I'm guessing the second tier is 500, and the last tier is either 750 or 1,000. Depends on how they kind of space it out, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be stupid like 1,000. You have Cookie Connoisseur, which is deliver cookies during the Dawning event 2021. And again, that has worked out 30 to start off with, 60 is the second marker. It's either going to be 90 and then 120, or it could be stupid amounts. It could double after the 60, so it could go 120 and then maybe 240, because I haven't got to those points yet. And I don't think anybody has been that mad enough to deliver 240 cookies as yet.
Give you time.
There's one person out there somewhere, but they're not talking.
Possibly. And the final triumph is Spirited Celebrant, which is generate Dawning Spirit during the Dawning event of 2021. And that one's pretty quick. That one I've done in less than 2 days worth of playing. And I've done everyone gets a cookie, so all of those ones are done. So I'm just working on snowballs and getting ingredients to bake extra cookies up to the stupid amounts of that I have to deliver out, and then all the triumphs are done. So yeah, that's cool.
And you've got until January 4th to get those triumphs done when the dawning ends. So you don't have to go and do it this weekend, but pace yourself. As you're loading the strikes, start throwing snowballs at people. Get those snowball numbers up. Filthy casual.
And this year, Eva Levante has several upgrade nodes that you can purchase through Dawning Spirit. So the Dawning Spirit, if you go to, I think it's the Dawning Spirit, yeah, Dawning Spirit. If you go to your cauldron or your oven, which is in your quests tab, click on, if you don't even actually have to click on it, if you hover over it, it'll tell you how much Dawning Spirit you've got, which is separate from Essence of Dawning, which is the things that you need for the recipes. So if you hover over that, it'll tell you how much Dawning Spirit you have, which is what you need to then generate to get the different upgrades from Eva Levante. Now, there are 2 that you can get to generate different perks in the weapons that drop from this seasonal event. So you can get an extra perk column to drop from weapons, and then the second upgrade is another perk slot on the final end. So you can literally have 2 perk slots to select from some of these weapons that are dropping. So that's quite nice. And then you have upgrading your snowballs. So you have Stay Frosty, which is snowballs leave a stasis mine on impact. Longest Winter, which is snowballs instantly freeze combatants damaged by them. Longer Winter is increase the amount of slow effect applied to the combatants damaged by snowballs. And Long Winter, which is increase the duration of the slow effect applied by snowballs. And I think there might be another one that I can't remember, that when you actually do kill an enemy with stasis or one of the snowballs, it drops an additional couple of snowballs that you can then throw out again. So there's a good way of going through the lost sectors. At the moment, you can only do them on Europa. I didn't
even know half the stuff. I saw the piles of snowballs, and I know that you can throw the snowball and it makes big boom, right?
Yeah.
But that's all I knew.
Okay.
All this other stuff you're talking about snowballs leaving,
which is why I'm telling the people and
mines
you at the same time.
Snowballs leaving other piles of snowballs, so you can keep that train rolling. Just
yeah. I believe the upgrade nodes for the weapons are 40 spirit each, but the snowballs there are 20. So, but I believe it's like 5 different upgrades for them. So you need about 100 of the spirit to get those going. But again, within just 2 days playing and going from one character to the next and just knocking out the weekly bounties gives you a ton of spirit. And I believe one of them is get snowball kills. So I just did lost sectors for those. And then the other one is bake cookies, and I think it
snowball
was...
fight defeats combatants with snowballs. Snowballs, yeah.
And the other weekly one was bake some cookies.
Yep, and deliver gifts all over the solar system.
Yeah. How many do you have to do of them?
5.
Easy. 5.
Yeah.
5 cookies is all you need to bake off. Very easy, very quick, and it'll give you something ridiculous like 40 spirit for each one. So if you do that across 3 characters, you can knock out Eva's stuff very quickly that way.
So I have to say something that Fuzz has been mentioning to me, and originally I felt attacked. Originally I felt attacked, but hearing you say all this stuff, I'm starting to realize slowly but surely he's right. Right?
Yeah.
And so I was talking about baking cookies, right?
Yep.
Because I wanted to get the sword and this and that and the other.
Yeah.
And then Micah, we've played with Micah before. He used to be in the clan. He's all like, it boggles my mind how a grown-ass, butch, fighting Marine like you is uttering the words, I need to bake cookies. Right? And then Fuzco jumped in and just started hammering that nail in, right? So Micah set the nail, and then Fuzco came in with a freaking hammer, just wham, wham, wham. And he just kept going off and off and off about how just baking cookies is the most ridiculous thing you can hear a grown man talk about in a video game about killing space aliens. And it's like, he's right. Because here you talk about all these cookies. You just got to bake 5 cookies. Take cookies around the galaxy. Deliver these 5 cookies to anybody. Like, we're talking about a cookie delivery service in a game where we have, resurrecting super soldiers that fight aliens for this light or darkness, depending, and we're baking cookies during Christmas. When, by the way, Osiris is still trapped inside a chrysalis. Just saying, right?
Yeah, cookies.
We're also trying to appease a glittery space horse. So I mean,
a glittery space horse, yeah. Talked by a game show host with squid tentacles coming out of his face, right?
Mm-hmm.
Goodness.
Don't disappoint the space horse.
But if you wanted the sword, there are 2 separate quests. There was the initial quest that I went over last week, which is go to Zavala and bake some cookies, which is a general quest that we have every year to go around and just do like various different things, and that'll give you X amount of gifts and things. But there is a specific one for the sword where you visit Saint 14, and he sends you off. He sends you off around the galaxy and doing different things, and I believe like doing the strikes and that. Just so at the end of it, you get the Zephyr sword, which has got the stasis damage, which is new for this year, and it gives you a masterworked version with the new perk on it. So if you want the sword, there is a separate quest for that you don't necessarily have to do. But then once you've got the sword, again, there is a node that you can, or there are extra packages you can buy from Eva Levante that are worth, you have to trade in one of your gift boxes and some Dawning Spirit, and it'll give you another roll at whether you want the sword and one of the other weapons. I think it's the Glacier Chasm, and then the other box gives you the Avalanche machine gun or the Cold Front submachine gun. So you can get rerolls of those weapons, and if you've unlocked those other nodes with Eva, you've got extra perk slots, so you may have a different chance of getting the god roll that you need or want.
Or the one Paul Tassie's been hunting for.
Yeah. Is that a good run?
I've just really been enjoying. So apparently, the other half sword, there's a void version of the sword.
Yes.
Have you seen it? I've done that damn activity so many times, and I still haven't gotten one.
Well, I put some notes in Respawn Report Roundup because DMG has been having fun taunting Paul Tassi because he has had the same problem not seeing the sword.
Right?
So I'm not going to say it'll help you get one, but it may at least prove to you that the sword exists.
I've seen other people use it. I've seen people zipping across the field in PvP. I know it's a thing. I've just never seen it in my hands. I have never seen it drop for me. It's like, so like, do I have to do like a special activity? Do I have to complete a triumph? What do I need to do to get one? Because I've done that flipping activity so many times.
You've got to take me through a Deepstone Crypt raid.
Do I? Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
guaranteed to get the sword.
That's the first step in the quest.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's unofficial quest that it works every single time.
Sure. Yeah, I get it now. I get it. Yeah. Bungie trying to help you out.
Just to make sure that you're aware, though, keep some space in your consumables, because that's where your cookies go once you've baked them. Or if you haven't got space in your consumables, it then gets pushed to your postmaster. So if you're baking them, they will just go to your postmaster if you've got no room in your consumables. So just be careful, because you have to put your Essence of Dawning in your consumables, your strange coins in your consumables, your gift in returns go there as well. Plus the annoying thing that nobody seems to have addressed just yet, I'm not sure if this is going to come up later in the show notes, the Moment of Triumph t-shirt code cannot be deleted from your consumables. It's taking up space, Bungie. I cannot even get rid of it. I can't even put it in the vault. What is this about? I've got the t-shirt code and it just won't delete. I know I don't want the t-shirt.
Have you ordered your t-shirt?
No,
that's why.
You need to order your t-shirt. What's wrong with you? You need to order your t-shirt. That's the problem. Bungie says you need to own this shirt. If you don't own the shirt, we're never going to take this code away. Also, when you're opening your gifts in return, they will move around your inventory. So if you have, say, 5 or 6 gifts in return and you think, I'm going to just sort of like hit this button and open a number of them, be very, very,
did you accidentally delete
careful, because you may become terrifyingly close to deleting about 360 sentence shards, because you were deleting your gifts in return, and the gifts in return moved over. And you did not move your cursor, but you are now deleting a large stack of things you would prefer not to have deleted. So thankfully, I did not. I have them. They're safe and sound. I mean, I'm sorry, enhancement course. It was the enhancement course I almost deleted. I was trying to remember which picture it was. Yeah, so I almost deleted a stack of 380 enhancement cores. That would have been not ideal. So when you're deleting things, remember, Bungie likes to wiggle them around in your inventory to make your life miserable. So just be very careful when you're holding that button down what you're actually deleting, because there's a lot of things in there that you might delete on accident and then be very, very upset about it.
If you were curious, if you did the quest last year for the Dawning, if your Vexnog, your Sock Engram, or your Infinite Fruitcake were any good this year.
Your what engram?
The Sock Engram. You got, from visiting the vendors last year, you got these different things given to you. And it says Vexnog, holiday gift. Hints of cinnamon and nutmeg round out the custody flavour of this seasonal drink. Do not consume. And your Sock Engram, an engram containing a single sensible sock. Your Infinite Fruitcake, there is no reality in which this is an acceptable gift. Anyway, what I'm saying is, basically, you got these as gifts and they went in your consumables last year. No, at this point in time, they're not any good for anything this year. They could come up next year.
Your
I'm
Honor,
still going to hold on to them.
I would like to point you to to exhibits A through E of why this man is out of vault space.
Look, I held onto the lens. The lens did something this year. So there you go. It gave me stuff from Marasar.
Yeah. So you feel justified in keeping all of these things forever now because there's a chance.
I'm still waiting for something to happen with my used toothbrush.
You're never ever gonna use. There's like a 1 in a million chance this is ever gonna be necessary. So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, they're saying there's a chance.
Precisely.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you just haven't like created an alternate character like just to store these seasonal event things on.
He
They have nothing else but the seasonal.
It's too late. It's too late for me now. I can't transfer them over. Yeah. This is the one true account. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I need an extra consumable account stuff that I can put in. You know, I've still got blue versions of Phase Glass Spire. I'm not getting rid of. You remember that? We had blue versions of the planetary materials when we first started Destiny 2.
No, I don't. You know why? Because there's no reason to know this. Bungie, please, there needs to be some sort of like seal you can give this man of like Bungie archaeologist, something.
Not even Bungie archaeologist,
there
just
should be
pack rat. Just give him the pack rat seal and be done with it. Make sure he's the only one in the game that has that seal. Okay.
This goes above and beyond pack rat. Pack rat is like, the first tier of the seal. He's on like the 7th tier of the seal by this point. He deserves something above and beyond just a mere pack rat or a mere, gotta catch them all.
Bungie Archiver. There you go. Bungie Archiver.
Something.
Oh,
there should be some way to commemorate this. If you've held on to like every seasonal activity consumable thing.
The final tier is just called Why?
Don't you pick on me?
We're going to. How are you not familiar with the show, sir? Picking on each other is what we do here. We don't pick on you if you don't love you.
Tier 1, and then it ends up as just like, why? Why are you doing? Even Bungie's just like shrugging. He's like, does he not know these are gone, never coming back? Oh, he does know. Oh, he's delusional. What? Why? Just you know what? Give the man one vault space. That's it. Subtract 499 slots.
No.
There's a meeting somewhere going. We've changed the artwork so it's fizzled. We've literally made the description say this is useless. You can delete it now, and people are still holding on to them. We've literally told them this is a trash item. You can get rid of it safely.
If it says fizzled on it, I do get rid of it. Sort of.
Wait. Define sort of.
I'm sure I've still got something that says fizzled on it.
Remember, everyone.
This is a
Bungie.net.
Vault therapy session.
Fizzled. The thing that how many tickets do you have in your inventory right now that we got this season that says you can safely delete this, and you still have it in your inventory?
I got rid of them things. I got rid of them ticket things.
No,
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Prove it.
Honestly, how can I prove it?
Show me a picture of your vault, or not your vault, your character screen.
You don't have to show me a picture. You can go to the D2 Vault Cleaner and you can check it out for yourself.
Ah, that's true.
And I'm trying to remember which site that was on now. My Bungie list is very long.
Why is he giggling like a madman? Did you hear
Bungie,
that?
Bungie.net/mental health.
Dude.
Tell the people about this Bungie Vault thing that they could go and view my Vault online if they feel like it.
They could. There we go. Yeah, so you can go to destinyrecipes.com/vault, or just load up Destiny recipes, and it will give you all the good recipes in Destiny as I wait for the site to load. And one of the things that it also has a loot checklist for things you're actually trying to sort through. It'll help you sort of, if you want to sort your vault, it'll give you ways to say like, keep the best roll of this, keep the god rolls. Like you can sort of classify your vault, and it will go through each and every one of your items.
The god roll one is sketchy.
There you go. Look, I've sent you a picture. Respawn.
Right. Well, I'm not saying it's perfect, but it'll be a way where you can say like, if it won't delete anything from your vault, but it'll help you sort your vault out to say like, hey, do I have any sunset armor pieces or weapons in there to sort them out? But a cool thing they added to this is if you go to destinyrecipes.com/vault, you can scroll down to the bottom of the page, and there's a lovely little button you can hit that says import a vault, and you're like, what? Whose vault am I going to import? I don't have a file.
Right.
If you hit the import vault button, it will allow you to enter a Bungie name. So you can go into that lovely little search box and type in Peroty, or you can type in Nitedemon, or you can type in...
Not Respawn. I haven't done it yet.
Not no one respawns in real life because he does not love you. And it will actually let you see what those people have in their vaults. Now, it won't let you delete their vault. It won't let you mess with the vault. But you can load it up, and it is sort of through...
Currencies don't even exist anymore. The planets some of these currencies belong to don't even exist.
But there's a chance. So it will let you view their vault.
They might come back.
He's got sort of the same from like 3 years ago still in his inventory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it'll let you view someone else's vault, and it is sort of cleaner view of like to keep and to remove. So, I have no idea what he has, actually locked to keep and remove, but it'll let you go through, weapon class by weapon class, and each character will show you all the armor pieces they have. Now, I don't know if this actually will show you, the unused toothbrush, because I think it just might show you weapons and armor. I'm not sure if it shows you all of the sinful activities in the vault. So this may actually not show us
hold on. We have somebody that's
what we
asking us how to do it
really
again. Can you hear me?
DestinyRecipes.com/vault. Scroll to the bottom of that page and click the Import Vault button.
There you go. That's
It
why
will then
said
let
it.
you search for someone. Now, if some people, now this is not on for everyone by default, because some people, Respawn, don't want you to see the sinful activities they have going on in their vault. And yeah, it does not appear to show you the extra things. It's just going to show you weapons and armor. So I can't tell you all the things Nitedemon has in his vault that aren't weapons and armor. So,
Most things.
Destiny Recipes, we love your service. I'm going to need an enhancement so I can see all the things Nitedemon is keeping, so we can properly make fun of him because we love him and that's how we show love. But if you're saying, I would like to, share my vault with the world, and how do I do that? You're going to go to Bungie.net. You're going to click on the little, 2-person icon in the upper right-hand corner, which is the basically show me my account settings. It'll give you an account page. You're going to go to the left-hand side and go to privacy. On that privacy page, there's like 6 boxes you can check. One of them says, show my non-equipped inventory. Check that box, hit save, and now you can show your vault to the world. And when they search for your name, it will pop up and people can see your vault space or your vault items. And then you too can be made fun of on a podcast. Because that's the dream of vault.
If you're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee there's a vault out there.
That.
Somebody has 499 copies of the same gun. I promise you. Mm-hmm. There's some guy that loves this one particular gun and has as many different copies and rolls that you can get of that weapon. And my question is, Nitedemon, why do you love that one weapon?
What is it about the Grasp of Malak that makes you feel that way about it?
Oh, I love the grasp.
Oh, goodness. There's something wrong with all of us. We're going to burn.
Oh,
no, there's just something wrong with Nitedemon. He's got issues.
I do have issues.
The rest of us are perfectly fine. Very well-balanced individuals. All of us.
Yes, there's no reason to go to Bungie.net/mental health. There's nothing there for us. We're perfectly fine. But where you should be going is to Prime Gaming. Because you too could get yourself some sweet loot. So if you
free loot,
yeah. So I mean, now this does require Amazon Prime and does require linking your Prime account to your Bungie.net account. Which, if you haven't done, go to the TWAB. They have a page that tells you exactly how to link those two. But once you do, you can get. I mean, this is what, like the 15th, 20th. Like they've done these drops for the last year or so, every couple months. Yep. So you can get some decent loot out of it. And this drop, we actually have some good stuff. There's the Queen Breaker, exotic weapon, the Kingmaker, which is the ornament for the
weapon and not the ornament. See, there you go, guys.
Weapon and an ornament. You can get the quality cut exotic ship and the October legendary Sparrow.
Yeah. If you guys knew what we had to go through to get that for ourselves, you'd appreciate the fact that you can just sign up for Amazon Rewards and get it for free.
And there is a way to, there's like a 30-day trial if you don't want to pay for Amazon Prime and you're just like, and cancel it, you can do that. Because don't give Amazon your money if you don't want to. Just get free things.
And not only that, even if you do that, Bungie doesn't take back what they gave you. Keep that in mind. Yeah. Mm. I'm not condoning this, but just know you can do it.
Just saying it's an option. And the Queen Breaker it's an exotic linear fusion ring that has the wire rifle perk, which fires a long-range exotic precision arc bolt that blinds enemies on hit.
It does.
What's not to love about that?
It
was very, very broken for a while and doing like double the amount of aim assist it should have or something. So it was one of those just ungodly good weapons for quite a long time. And then unfortunately we have to have a moment of silence because Grandma got run over by a sparrow.
Grandma got run over by a sparrow on Christmas Eve. Why do Grandma get run over by a sparrow? I mean, other than not looking both ways, which is just silly.
Yeah, because you have to watch both. You have to look both ways before you cross the street.
Sorry, man. Them deer come out of nowhere, especially the rain ones that have sleds on them with jolly fat guys on the back.
You think the bright red nose would be an indicator? No.
You would think, but oddly enough, no.
Yeah, so we told you about the things that were all fixed. There's a couple things that are still broken because again, that's how the world works.
The life don't
One,
get swooped back,
one
That's
thing
not
that
how the world works. That's how Bungie work. They
the
fix
world
something,
kinda,
they break something.
world kind of works the same way. Bungie's just a microcosm for the world.
Okay.
Now, one thing that seems to be fixed but broken, but fixed but broken, is the Twitch bounty shader. So they're currently investigating an issue where players are not being rewarded the Watcher Shade shader upon completion of the gift bounty sub in the Destiny 2 Twitch extension. Players who did not successfully receive the shader along with the other bounty rewards will be able to acquire the shader from Amanda Holiday once this issue is resolved in a following future update. Now, Bungie, this is the beautiful like Windows 95 glitched out emblem that I raved about 2 weeks ago.
This is a shader.
Oh, this is the shader. Okay, so it's not the emblem.
Purple. This is the purple shader that you can get.
Right. Okay. See, I even read those words 2 and 2 together because not enough sleep. Okay, I take it all back, Bungie. You're beautiful and wonderful. So I will then go on to say it is the 16th. It is after the 16th of the month, so you can get your beautiful Windows 95 emblem for going and watching someone stream that has a D2 extension installed and gifting 2 subs. That's all I gotta do, and then you'll have your beautiful emblem and this shader you'll get eventually, but you don't have to care about that. What you may or may not from destination vendors, which includes Deverman the EDZ, Varix on Europa, etc. So basically, don't go to the people on their planets; they can't help you. To ensure progress is recorded for the Triumph, players should make sure to complete the non-destination vendor bounties, such as those from Zur, Shaxx, or Zavala.
Drifter? Maybe? Star Horse? Maybe?
Probably. I mean, they just give some examples, but
Yeah.
So yeah, so if they're saying Zur is not a destination vendor, then Star Horse should also not be a destination vendor, but it's hard to say.
So if they live on a planet, they're a destination vendor.
Yeah.
So where does Zur live with the Star Horse?
Zur doesn't live.
You don't want to know.
Zur does.
He is
somewhere.
an inanimate thing.
But they look like they're on a planet called Eternity.
Yeah.
It's not a planet. It's a space.
It's a space. Okay.
Yeah. And apparently, the tower in the last city is also not a destination.
Correct.
You don't fly there. No.
Not a destination. It's magic.
Go check out your vault and help you clear it out.
Pan's Vault Cleaning Service can be the answer you need.
No.
Panoramics 18's Vault Cleaning Services. Has your ghost got too much junk in its trunk? Does your alt hunter have 8 Titan helmets in her inventory? Did you donate more Fractaline than would be considered healthy by 9 out of 10 Cryptarchs? Then call Pan's Inventory Cleaning Service. For a nominal fee, he'll clean out that vault faster than a D1 beta veteran would a loot cave. And it really, really works.
In case you haven't noticed, with my 497 numbered vault and my hunters constantly full, I am not the guy to ask to help you clean a vault.
No, he really isn't. But seriously, DestinyRecipes.com will help you sort your vault out. That vault cleaner that you can look at other people's vaults will also walk through, and you can set a number of options to say, tell me things that I want to keep or not. And it will really nicely compare all the things.
In your life.
And it will go like, weapon type by weapon type.
Bad.
And it will say, hey, you have 8 of these Jurassic Greens. Here's the 3 that are actually reasonably good. And the best part is
at my vault now. Is this why you're pointing out that I have 8 Jurassic Greens?
I just pulled that number out of the air, but I feel like good that you told on yourself by saying that.
Yeah.
Well, see, I also had like 11 Jurassic Greens until I sorted mine out to like the top 3. So yeah, no, it'll actually break them down. And what the cool thing about the Vault Cleaner actually is from Destiny Recipes, they say up front, it does not delete anything. It will not ruin your life. It will not take things out of your vault. It cannot do that. But it will lock. But it will lock or unlock things in your vault. So you can say go through and everything I've said to throw away, unlock it. So then you can pull up Dim, Ishtar Commander, D2 Little Light, your favorite vault cleaning service, and then move those things to a character and say, oh, you're unlocked. So I've already said I'm going to delete you. Let me go ahead and delete you. And you can also say things like, if it's masterworked, if it's a certain exotic, whatever, keep those alone. Don't touch those. So again, it's not going to ruin anything for you, but it's just another way to help you sort through your vault and try to go, okay,
Perhaps to make you feel bad that you've got
I've been collecting
21
adrenaline
1100
junkies.
light weapons.
Oh, I have so many 1100 light weapons. They live there because one day they might be useful.
Oh, goodness gracious. So, Golden says he's actually got more than that. So you don't
What?
have to more
more
than
what?
8 Jurassic Greens.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then you should sort through and see which ones are worth keeping because you can't use all 8
And
until
this
they
is
stack
pretty
them
cool.
on top of each other.
Now, can I like click it and have it move to my hunter? No, my hunter still has to go hunt for it, huh?
Yeah, you still have to pair it with dim or something to actually put it where you want it to go.
Yeah.
This will just tell you if it's good or not, or lock it or unlock it.
Fair enough. Yeah,
But,
I can see that.
yeah. Once you've done that and you sorted your Jurassic Greens out, then there are a couple of known issues where, like, the Challengers Proving 5 quest may no longer unlock for players after completing the Challengers Proving 4 quest, which is a Battlegrounds thing. And if you haven't done that at this point, don't bother. It's not worth your time. Or maybe
But
it
it's
is.
not
I have no idea what it
it's not
gives you.
perfect though, because like it shows my Last Breath auto rifle to trash. My Last Breath has freaking subsistence and frenzy. That is a high damage PvE roll.
Well, right. Like it's going to use the settings you set up at the beginning to sort of take guesses. It's not going to be a perfect thing of this is good or this is trash. Like I rely on the god roll list and dim to say, hey, is this worth the thing that's keeping? You still have to use whatever your personal opinion and what your personal feels. There are a couple things I've kept where it was like, no, this is no good. I'm like, no, but this has the perk I love on it. So yeah, it's not perfect. It's just a starting point.
Right.
Just like the poison wing spread ornament for the La Monarch has an arrow permanently knocked when stowed because it's very fancy. Oh, this is a good one.
It's called pre-fire.
Bungie is investigating reports of slow menu and UI load time. Thank you, Bungie, because I've noticed since the 30th anniversary came out, just waiting for things to load in the game takes a very long time on an Xbox One X.
Yeah, we went back to
It does it
pre-Beyond Light
sometimes on
load speeds,
PC
didn't
too.
we?
Yeah, it does it sometimes on PC too. Like I'll open up my for example, the armor customization screen where you can do all your armor mod stuff, armor visual stuff.
Yeah, all the
And my hunter
customization
will be
and things.
invisible for like 2 minutes before
Oh,
she loads in.
oh
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. Just I've been working on the Aegir Scepter catalyst and just trying to check the catalyst process. Like like if I move my little cursor to where the catalyst should be, I can see what the progress is. But like none of those mod slots when you go to weapon load for like a good like 5 or 7 seconds. Like
Right?
it's a significant delay. So I'm glad they're looking into this because that's one where I'm like, it's not the end of the world, but it sure is irritating when it's every single thing you're trying to inspect just takes, a couple seconds to load.
Yeah.
Um,
And this next one, I thought I was going insane until I saw this.
right?
I
That
mean,
the rally flags don't fully fill up your tier 1 or tier 2 super bars. So
what?
you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop a flag, and the flag's gonna give me a super, unless it doesn't.
Yeah.
What?
So it's an issue, which is good, which means it's meant to fill it up.
Yeah, so they will fix it at
Well,
some
yeah,
point.
the
Yeah,
flag is supposed to fill it up. Why would you think it's not supposed to?
Well, no, you hit the flag and you think,
Yeah.
This is an
well,
error.
I've got full ammo. Why is my super not gone up?
Yeah,
And
I
you go
know, I
back to hit
get
it
that,
again, and it
but your
doesn't work, and you're
comment
like,
said-
well, what's happening?
Your comment just now was like, oh, so it's supposed to fill it up. Yeah, what? Like, why wouldn't it? Why would it not supposed to fill it up? You know?
It hasn't been.
Yeah, but
It'll go up 3/4 of the way or halfway, and you're like, hang on a minute, did I actually touch that flag? Let me go back and touch it again. No, it's not working. What have I done?
right, but my
Yeah.
point is that it was all
Oh.
it always refilled. It's never not refilling. So the fact that like yours was broken should have been a huge red flag for you, no pun intended. You know? Yeah. Like that on, dude.
Yeah, so that's a lot of supers that's gonna be affected. So the Warlock, that's basically everything you have but the Nova Bomb and Will of Radiance fall into that
Yes.
pool.
Oh no.
Hunters, you guys fare a little bit better because tier 1 and 2, that's just your golden gun and your spectral plates. So for the most part, you're probably fine. And Titans, we are likely screwed because that's everything for us except for the Burning Maul and Thunder Crash. So if you're using anything but those couple of things I just mentioned, there's a chance that you're not actually going to get your full super out of the flag when you rally to it, which is very sad and disappointing. Also, if you're trying to do the Presage mission and scan the data pads, they may no longer be able to be scanned. No more information, just that's it. And if you're playing on the PlayStation platform, your game is crashing randomly. So
Oh, and
they're
on
aware
the
of it.
Xbox as well.
They're looking into it. Oh yeah,
I had a hard crash twice on PC. I have never
Dares of Eternity.
ever had
Yeah,
Destiny
Dares of
crash.
Eternity. I don't think
Yeah.
it's PlayStation only.
I
I
have
think it's just Dares of
never had a
Eternity.
crash.
Yeah, yeah. Dares of Eternity I've had crash like 3 or 4 times, usually in like either the final encounter or right before that. So you know, you play almost the whole thing and then get nothing out of it, including the completion.
Yeah,
yeah, and yeah, like it hard crashes to the point like the audio glitches. It's like, no, you're done here. Get out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's good to know they're aware
Actually,
of
I
it.
had to sit there and log out of Destiny to get it
Oh
to
yeah,
give me my game back. Not log out of Destiny. I had to log out of my computer to get my game back. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it broke real good. Yeah. So good to know they're aware of it, looking into it, and I wouldn't be too excited looking for updates because, as DMG said somewhere else online this week, it's like, you know, this is toward the end of the year. People are taking some time off, so don't look for a lot of like, you know, they have a team looking at, you know, big game breaking issues, but don't look for a lot of activity, you know, between now and the end of the year. Really, until Witch Queen, there's not a huge rush to get things out the door because Witch Queen is coming in 2222. It's coming for you.
Tuesday. I'm just always going to say that. Shut up. It's fun to say.
It is the Tuesday. Mm-hmm.
We have some movies like we have every week. Some movies of the week. If you want to go and check those out, check the TWAB.
Movies of the week. Yep.
If you want to see any of the artists of the week, again, you can also go and check the TWAB.
You can totally check those guys out too. Yep.
There are some really fantastic artists out there.
There's a few.
They do say at the end of the TWAB, we hope everyone has a good finish to 2021 and can get some time spending with your friends and family. Maybe you get good deals on what you're looking for the curry favor. Curry favor? Or a curry favor with... What's a curry favor? What the hell is that?
Don't know.
Maybe get a good role you are looking for, or a curry favor with Star Horse. I have no idea what that is. Just
a crew favor? Were they trying to maybe say a crew favor?
No, he says curry favor.
Came out as a curry.
Does curry have a different meaning than you know, the Indian food dish with spices that I'm thinking
That's
of?
what I was thinking of. So maybe there's something to look out for in game. Feed the horse a curry.
Oh, curry.
Well, you can feed the horse a sugar cube.
Curry to clean the coat of an animal such as a horse. So apparently it wants us to wash the Star Horse?
Yes, us non-equestrian types don't know what that means. So thanks, Peroty, for Googling that.
So first of all, using words like equestrian confuses a lot of people, including the guy that does in fact know what equestrian means.
Horse people.
Yeah.
Star Horse.
Yeah.
It's not just horses. Equestrians also encompass zebras and a few other species.
Anyway, the last 2 years have been rough, but this community is still proof that a lot of good can be done when all come together to support each other. Here's to the hope of a better 2022. Cosmo.
Ooh, everything just cracked in my back.
Amen to that. Not the back cracking to the 2022.
Yeah.
Back cracking is also lovely, but...
Yes.
Now you've cracked your back, would you crack on with some Respawn's Report Roundup?
Get my mouse. I need to close this window because this window does nothing. I need to open this window.
Can't even
and then I need to close this window. And then I need to open this window right here. What is that?
You know all of this description gets cut out, don't you?
Yeah, well, it's not for you. Okay.
Who's it for then?
It's for me.
It's for the people on the stream who want the full Respawn experience.
I am unstable. I am an unstable individual, as you know. So this is just me being me, talking to me because I enjoy me. All right?
Hashtag.
Now, where am I looking at? Today at 9:01, probably. Today at 8:49.
The one right after your "Hey, we're streaming," which will give you the answer to how do I find this beautiful purple sword.
All right. Tips and tricks. Do Star Horse bounties. Don't let strange coins go to waste. Buy extra boxes and keys when you're at the full stack. and a sword watched never drops. Fair enough, DMG. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Hey Paul, look what I got. It's the other half.
Yeah.
By the way, even though he's got the other half, he doesn't have the roll where you swipe halfway across the map. So this is only half a flex, right? You may have the purple sword, sir.
So it's half another half. It's just the other quarter. That's all he's got over there.
It's the other half of the flex.
I just really enjoy that DMG has started a whole thread of people flexing on Paul Tassi that they have this sword, and poor Paul Tassi is just getting inundated of even people in the game pulling out, running up to him, and being like, "Hey, Paul, look what I have! Look at this!" It's basically like the version of people running up to you with a Vex Method class before you got it going. Hey, look what I got! Look what I got!
So yeah, okay. We also have the Bungie store. What do we have going on here? U.S. shipping dates: December 17th, 2021.
Yeah, so I saw some people were waiting on things, and there was a similar EU update for Bungie that I didn't put in here. But if you are waiting for things, I'll tell you about when they might be shipping, at least if there's a chance.
Fallen Captain statue, Witch Queen Collector's Edition, ordered after August 31st, 2021. Bunch of rewards such as the Expunge hoodie, ordered after July 12th, 2021, through August 31st, 2021. And the Aegir Scepter beanie, ordered after October 27th, 2021. That is in production. What is in transit, which means you'll get it in it says 8 to 10 months, which is accurate.
8 to 10 weeks.
Yeah, so the first 4 things he said, all the in production stuff, it's more than a month. So don't look for it tomorrow. It's not going to be here by Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe next Christmas. So what's in transit? I might see in 8 to 10 weeks if I had ordered.
A Jotun toaster. Yep. The Witch Queen Collector's Edition, if you ordered before August 31st, 2021. Bungie rewards such as Vault of Glass Raid Jacket. The Expunged hoodie, ordered July 6th through July 11th. Or the Aegir Scepter beanie if you ordered it between September 14th and October 27th. Okay?
Yeah. So was it AZ or someone who's waiting on their Vault of Glass Raid Jacket? 8 to 10 in transit?
Easy or AZ, one of them.
It's en route to the fulfillment center, so they've been created. Bungie's waiting to get them, and then they're waiting to send them to you. So hopefully by Witch Queen you might see it. There's a chance.
And let's see, shipping now, which means you should expect the tracking number soon, is Grimoire Volume 4, Fallen Baby Plush. Oh my god! Thing's so cute. The Stranger Collector Statue, the Drifter Collector Statue, and Bungie rewards such as Goodian Games Track Jacket. That sounds dope! Hawkmoon Miniature Replica, and Penguin Souvenir Figure. Yeah, Golden, your jacket is coming soon, bud. I can't make this bigger. Okay. So DMG says, if the drop weight for a purple sword is the most contested thing out of this release, debatable, by the way, says the guy who took 40-something runs to get a Vex, I think we're looking pretty good. How you feeling? How's the dungeon? Dares? Loot? Quests? Lore? Talk to me, people!
I don't think he said it like that.
Sure he did.
He might have, you don't know.
Dim says, if you use this code right here, which is Lima 7 Tango Charlie Victor 3 Romeo Delta, you get the Heliotrope Warren emblem. It is a purple emblem. It's a very purple emblem.
Victor.
Huh?
It's Charlie Victor. Got to do your best Russian accent.
Who is
you?
What are you talking about?
Do your best Russian version. Go on.
Russian version of what?
The thingy code.
Phonetics?
That's it.
No.
Go on.
Phonetics is American, baby. And I use American English to say American phonetics.
It's English, but just try it with the Russian accent. Just humour me. Go on.
But I could also say that wafer baby, because reading is important. Scroller of Doom says, everyone asks who Star Horse is, but no one asks how Star Horse is. That is accurate. Thank you. I will ask the pony next time I'm giving it another sugar cube.
Next time you're currying
How's it
favor
going?
with him to get your void sword, ask how he's doing.
That's right.
Yeah,
Dungeon seems a bit
and the emblem
light.
code we stuck in there was the emblem code that's been going around that Bungie has like put little tricks and numbers on the various weapon from this drop. So that's the code that I've seen a number of people put out. So now you have it too. The respawn read to you to go to bungie.com or bungie.net/redeem and get your pretty emblem.
Didn't read it in Russian, so it's not as good.
I know.
Why would I? It's not Russian.
We try our best.
All right, AD. Dungeon seems a bit light in comparison to the others. It feels very short. DMG replies, really? Give me more details. I have felt this to be about as long as Pit, as well as do I. Personally, Master difficulty also gives a bit more bite. Master is hard, but only on the boss levels. But yeah, I think it's a good dungeon. It's not too long, it's not too short, and it's very farmable, I think.
It is.
What we got? Destiny News. Breaking Bungie head of HR Gail DeHont is stepping down from her role at the company after more than 14 years, effective today, according to IGN. Alright, it's more of the whole Bungie fiasco that's going on, and I guess because she was HR during the time she's retiring, you can read it yourself. We're here to talk about games, not HR. PSA, make sure to claim your Twitch gifted sub bounty reward before the weekly reset, as it will expire at the weekly reset if not claimed. Also, the gifted sub emblem is not available in the collections right now, so don't delete the emblem until this issue is resolved.
And never delete that emblem. What are you, a heathen?
That's from Destiny News Plus.
Yes, Destiny News Plus. And DMG says, it may not be December 31st. This guy's observant, if nothing else. But we've effectively wrapped the year up over here at Bungie. A few of us will continue to be online through the holiday to make sure the lights stay on, but it's time to hit the pause button and enter a short hibernation before the year of the Witch Queen. So Bungie says we're taking vacation.
So does Bungie say that they're going into hibernation like the Witch Queen, or are they just going to have a couple of sleeps?
They're actually going to be installed in their own chrysalises until February, so they can have the full Witch Queen experience.
Fair enough. So they finished it basically. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to know.
It's done. Whatever's broken, it's likely going to stay broken. Whatever weird bugs, unless it's like totally game breaking, don't look for much activity. They're going to fix the things that are super broken, which will probably mean, hey, we're just going to turn that thing off and problem solved until we can, have people back to really fix things and test them.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But that is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. That should do it for the show. And here to wrap it up, we're going to take you over to Peroty.
Every week.
Is the videos the Nitedemon's going to talk, because he's watched a lot of YouTube.
There are no videos this week. It's Christmas. Nobody's put out any videos about anything at all.
They do. They put loads of videos out. So just to keep you informed of stuff that's going on in the community, I have some tips, tricks, guides, and builds. Plus, please check out the rest of our links in our show notes, because if you are still trying to do the Shattered Realm, we have guides from Abontis going over the legendary solo flawless versions of those from weeks 1 to 3. So check out our Dawning info if you want any of the guides on the Dawning from 2018 to 2020 and some God guides and farming guides in there. Our tips, tricks, guides, and builds for this week, we have Houndish. No silver required for the Eververse this season. I did include that last week, but I'm including it again this week for anybody that's interested in looking at what's coming up. Also with that, Gaming Animal has the 30th anniversary Eververse calendar for the foreseeable future, so go and check that out if you want to have a look at those. Esoteric did a fun little video this week. He did a solo legend Nightfall with snowballs only, so that was quite fun to watch. If you are interested in making the most out of your Dares of Eternity, Fallout Plays has a guide for you for that, how to get the Star Horse Favour, how to jump through the spinny wheel every single time without fail. Although you could try the Cheese Forever method, which I believe is if you turn backwards as you go through the cannon, it will put you on top of the thing no matter what kind of rotation
I tried
it's
it
in.
multiple times. That does not work.
It worked every time for me.
Not me. I've tried it 4 times in a row. And every time I hit the top of the thing.
You do have a direct method of messaging Cheese, so you can point out his failures if you like. Anyway, Fallout Plays also has a guide on how to farm the IS Lucer.
IS Luna?
Yeah. The IS Luna hand cannon, if you're interested in getting that from the dungeon, and what roles you should be looking for it. Cool Guy had a cool video, and I believe Astrocross has put one out as well, but Cool Guy got his out first, which is about the Suros regime. He's done an updated review because this weapon is hot right
to
now.
talk about that right now because I just swapped over
Go
to
on
that
then.
in PvP during the show, and it changed the game, dude. Like I went from like the first game I played, I got I think 9 or 10 kills. Second game, I got 23 just by
So
swapping to the.
this is
Suros
the
regime.
update to
It's
the
hitting
dual.
hard.
What is it? The dual something
Dual speed receiver. Yeah, the
That's it.
slower firing mode. Because the gun overall has, or the slower firing mode, they gave it more range and more
Zoom.
Right, 3
Range
zoom, but
and
plus
zoom.
50 to range, I think. So some insane amount of range.
Yeah.
And now it's just like tat 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 tat. It's like three. I mean, it's not 3 tapping, but like it's killing them
very
really,
good.
really fast. You know,
And it's doing it at good ranges as well, isn't it? I mean,
it is
I think
doing
Cool
it
Guy
at very
points
good
out
ranges.
that
Yep.
compared to other high impact auto rifles at similar ranges, they all kind of fall down with how they can stay on target, whereas the Suros stays on target for
And
a
it
lot
heals
further
you.
range. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Valhalla Blaze has an IS Luna farm, if you're interested in that, by the way.
But you have to put that in the show notes. If you're going to say somebody and point it out in the tips, tricks, and guides, you
I
have
can
to put
do
it in the
that.
show
I
notes.
just didn't know if you had it in there. Here, there you go, bam.
Cheese Forever has a video on how to get the free Brightwing emblem and a guide how to do that. And I believe this is the same website. I think it was a Chinese website or Japanese website that you could go to last year to get the bull emblem. Again, it's the same kind of thing. Enter a code, watch something, and you can get a free emblem. Very unique emblem that maybe not a lot of people have. Destiny Fun Police would like to point you in the direction of the insurmountable Skull Fort being insane in PvP. Now, it's not one-shotting people as it used to, but in combination with the Chaperone exotic shotgun, it works really well as prepping them with the shotgun and then still shoulder charging them. Go watch it to see how he does it.
Who's prepping anybody with a chaperone? If you don't know someone with a chaperone, who's living?
I think because the Chaperone works at a very long distance, he can prep them with the shotgun and then still shoulder charge them. I know, it's ridiculous.
Because for those of you that haven't tested it personally, even though the Titans aren't technically one-shotting, they're still leaving you with a sliver of health. So you can literally shoot them with almost anything and then shoulder charge and kill them, right?
Yes,
so,
but
yeah.
you can shotgun and run and shoulder charge quicker now.
Do you even need a shoulder charge after a hit from a Chaperone? Isn't just a light breeze enough to do it in? Wouldn't a melee just do it?
No, if you body shot with a
pebble?
Chaperone, you don't. If you body shot with a Chaperone, you take like half their shield. If you body shot. Now, if you headshot with a Chaperone, they're done. So I'm thinking he just body shots with a Chaperone at a ridiculous range and then shoulder charges while he's running or something. Is my guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a different way of playing for a Titan, so go check that out if you want to try and adopt to playing like that.
Yeah, you have to shoot first and then shoulder charge. It's an extra step.
You shoot first and ask questions later.
No, you shoot first, then shoulder charge, and then maybe you can ask a question or two.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Who's left?
If you are interested in a God rolled guide for the Matador 64 shotgun, True Vanguard has a video for you for that.
True Vanguard, huh?
Drewski has a really cool build for a hunter in PvP using the battle rifle, or the BXR-55 Pulse. So that might be one for you, Respawn. He uses Middle Tree Blade Barrage, and he said it was one that he really hammered on and said he'd never use it, but he's using it in combination with the Pulse Rifle, and he says he's getting some fantastic results. So go check that video out.
I did. Also, speaking of Blade Barrage, I don't know if it was part of the update or if it was like a stealth patch or whatever, but I've been using Blade Barrage in CQC, in PvP, and in PvE. In the past, this range would have 100% killed me no matter what. And now it either A, doesn't do any damage to me, or B, only takes like a sliver of my shield. And this is like right up on somebody. So, Blade Barrage users, if you were once bitten, twice shy in the past about using this in PvP because you end up closer than what you want to be, or it sticks to a wall or some stuff, don't worry about it. It's very, very hard to kill yourself with the Blade Barrage now. So, now's a good time to play it if you've been avoiding it for a while.
Fair enough. There you go. You got the Respawn's seal of approval there to use that.
Yep.
Plunder the Booty has the ultimate grenade and rift warlock stasis build for PvE if you want to check that out. Marshix did a good video this week going over all the exotic catalysts and how to get them. Really good in-depth breakdown. So if you're new to the game or if you're looking for a specific exotic catalyst,
Who did that?
Marshix.
How do you spell that?
Marshix.
Okay, because that is one thing. I need the catalyst for the linear fusion rifle, and I don't know how to get it.
Okay, we'll check that out. And then finally, Jarv has a video on the Dawning weapons and a god roll guide for those. If you are looking or if you are farming the Dawning weapons, Jarv has a video for you for that. And then don't forget, we've got the Tangled Shore guide. So Tangled Shore goes away in less than 3 months. If you are still trying to do some of the stuff on that, we have some of the guides in there of how to activate all heroic public events on the Tangled Shore. We've got that in there. If you're looking for emblems and sparrows and treasures, we've got all the guides for you for that. And Datto has a guide on how to get the Wishendo exotic bow if you're still missing the collection. And we have the Grandmaster Nightfall tip. So if you are still doing your Grandmasters and you need a guide, check out our selection of guides in our show notes. And then there's all our other useful links and things that you can kind of look through if you're struggling for stuff in Destiny. We possibly have a link for you, basically.
Yeah. Maybe. Could be.
No, we absolutely do. Because if you're playing Destiny without at least a way to manage your vault, you're not really Destiny.
And then I'd just like to remind people, next week is our Christmas show, and the week after will be our New Year show. And we're going to talk a little bit about Destiny and stuff that's happened in the game. But then the kind of floor is opened up for us to kind of talk about other stuff. So we still haven't had any suggestions come through. So just shoot us an email. And
maybe it's going to be nothing but 3 hours of Respawn stories. Just
unbridled. If you want 3 hours of Respawn stories.
Live. You could also come into the Daggum Discord and ask questions live as we're doing it.
That's a good point. We could just leave it as it's just going to be Respawn stories. Give him a topic. He's probably got a story on it, and we could just let him go forever telling us the story. You might not necessarily have all the sound effects that go with it because it's Christmas, and I probably won't be bothered to edit all the sound effects in, but there'll still be stories.
I'm a very seasoned person. I've had a long life, seen a lot of things.
Seasoned just like the delicious breakfast you're having.
It actually is good, too. My wife hooked it up this morning. Sorry. Yeah, it's good, man. Get some eggs with some salt and some pepper and some cheese and some butter. Sorry.
And
what?
Oscar, for the past week or so, has been sending emails asking to join our Discord. And I've finally managed to give him the link to join us. And he'd just like to say that he loves the new episode and tell Respawn and Peroty, hi. So there you go.
Hi.
I've done it live on the show. There you go, Oscar.
I'm still waiting on someone to help me create because I don't know how to do it on Discord and I can't not Discord on OBS and I haven't found a useful link to do it. But so we can have an opening and a closer with the music that was gifted to us. I really want to put that out there and have a screen with their name on it so they can get the credit where credit is due. But I don't know how to make opening and closing pages. So if anybody out there does, help me out because YouTube has not or Google has not been very fruitful on this endeavor. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I did get an email from Nick this week trying to clarify something for me. He says the show's awesome. It was mentioned in episode 150 at around 211, 214 minutes in that one of you faced somebody with a red glow in their trials armor and non-flawless pool. He said when a player goes flawless, they have the armor glow for a week from that point. Unsure if it starts with the 7 wins are reached or when the player goes to the lighthouse, which can overlap for the following week's trials. Have a Merry Christmas, KL. So I said, yep, that's me. But
you also have a Merry Christmas. And you have a Merry Christmas, Joker, because you said it to us.
Everybody have a Merry Christmas.
Joker says that's a good episode name idea. Seasoned with salt. I like it. I don't know when we're going to use it, but I like it.
Or when there's a lot of salt, or when somebody's upset Respawn, or when Bungie have upset Respawn, or
well, I mean, season also matters because, it's the holiday season. Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe it'll be when the Witch Queen drops. That whole season.
Maybe I'll be salty after Monday.
Yeah.
Could be.
This episode. So I heard you got the floor wiped by Hazel and Gator, huh? I'm like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
And I think we've shot enough things and people now, so I think Time to say thank you for joining us. Your Titans are Peroty and Nitedemon. Your hunters, no one respawns in real.
What
Your lore
up?
scribe out in the mists, collecting all the good stories is not ARF. You should email the show at twotitansandahunter@hotmail.com. Tell us what you want to hear. We've got 2 weeks of Bungie-lessness. We're going to be adrift without a plan, without a scheme. You should find us on Twitter at twotitans_hunter. Tell us what we should talk about. Give us some fodder, give us some stories. Instagram, Facebook, Two Titans and a Hunter. You know where to find us. You know where to send us things. You should find all your favorite Guardians on Xbox Live and see, but really I should change that because we're all everywhere because we have all the cross plays. You should absolutely, without a doubt, listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, and everywhere fine podcasts are sold because we make it for you to listen to. And I'll leave you good people until next week. Say goodbye, everyone, and respawn. Save your stories till next week.
All right, until next week. Deuces.
Merry Christmas, everyone.